This is where I left you about a minute ago, less than a minute ago. So we're gonna keep going on this, try to get it done. I just went through a tank of gas. And I don't have any gas mixed up. So it's like usually I'm unprepared because I always just go right up the house. So I'm going to dump some gas. No, I'm not going to dump it out of that one. I'll dump them out of, no, maybe I'll dump it out of the baby saw. I'll dump it out of the baby saw into there so I got enough because I only got one more cut there. One more cut there, one more cut there, and then I don't have any idea when I'm going to get into that one. Remember, that's the one that had the steel in it. Kind of saving that one for last. So I'm going to set this up here and just dump the gas out of the baby chainsaw in here and hope that the oil's okay because I didn't bring any of that down. Because most of the time, like I said, if I wasn't filming and I knew how to edit, I'd stop it, go up and fill all this nonsense up and then come back down and that'd be another part of this video. But this is the reality of the video. Oh, you know, I'm going to take the gas out of my leaf blower. That should give me enough gas and then I'm not compromising. One thing about all this sawdust, that's why I do all my cutting over here. It's all over here, and I cleaned it up for the season, and that's why the mud is around. Don't do this at home, guys. Well, that sure doesn't hold very much. It didn't even get that tank. It barely gave that tank a sniff. That's a pretty good sized tank on there. And we'll just set this over here. I got to mix some more gas. I went up to Pennsylvania, I don't know, a week or so ago and got ethanol-free gas because I don't like corn gas. And usually this runs out of gas before it runs out of oil anyway. So hopefully I can get cutting. I didn't want it to run. I don't like the chainsaws to run completely out of gas because that's the lubricant. And so if it goes from the gas tank to the cylinder to the fire, I don't know its order distribution, but I don't want to run the bearings dry on those. Another thing I don't like is when you start up the steel, and I imagine they're all the same. I don't have any other chainsaws, so I couldn't tell you. You got to start them up, and they always come on a high start with no pre-lubrication, you know, so I don't know. Anyhow, let me get back at it because we only got 30 minutes to get these all finished up. I can't feel anything with these gloves on. Yeah, it's a lot nicer working on this sawdust than it is that mud. We'll get you at a different angle this time. I guess that'll be fine. Then we get right into that one. Guess now we'll go over to that metal monster. I don't know where the best place for you guys is. Guess we'll put you here. Probably a fence metal. I don't know what it is. If I hit it, that's why I put an old all blade in there. If I hit it, I don't really care. I mean, I care, but not as much as a brand new blade. the other side, when you're sawing wood and there's metal in it, oak, you'll see the chips change colors. And I got a feeling with this next cut, the chips is going to change colors. There's definitely metal in it. You got, I don't know if you can see that or not. You got it here, I can see the metal there and then down there. So maybe I'll make it through or not. I'll put it here. If you watch, the chips might change colors. I'm hoping I get through it. I didn't even see the chips change colors. Now we're gonna give those a roll, let the saw cool down a little bit. I didn't bring I gotta go get a turtle. Now, if you're new to the channel, them there things is turtles. I want to roll this 180 degrees or more, so I might need that. Well, that one was nice. Don't need a turtle on that one. Got a feeling I might on these. Oh my goodness. Stay there. We're good to go on that one. I don't see my cut down there. I didn't get very through. I must not cut all the way through on that one. That one might be, I didn't cut very through on that one. That one, oh well. They're rolling pretty good. They're not being hateful. We're going to roll those three next. No, I haven't rolled this one, have I? Oh, I don't know if this one's in the camera. Might have a turtle under there now. Catching something. I don't know if you're I hate these damn baby log things. They don't make them for big wood, they make them for standard wood. All right, slow down. Perfect. Let's see, where are we at? We're on this one over here now. No. Yeah, I'm gonna roll that one a little bit more. I don't know about that. I do sharpen these. I do sharpen them, but they're just not meant for big wood. They're meant for wood that people can handle, not machinery. You get big like this, and this is machinery wood here. I'll set these up here so I can forget them easily. That's good. Ah, you dog. That's where I needed the turtle. You probably didn't see it anyway. Let's see. We got that one next. A couple of them I didn't cut through far enough. We got two more to turn. What are we at time-wise? 17? We're doing all right. That one is pleasant. Well, I know why the blade kind of dulled up a little bit. A bunch of mud over there, but still beats steel. Once I start cutting back here, I usually don't cut till the winter time. You can see all the mud in that log. So I'll probably cut that one last. I'm gonna use a little saw. Now I'll cut it, get it out of the way because the camera's there. Why use a big saw when you can use a little saw? Standing up, they're better, easier for me. Let's see. This one doesn't look too bad. That's a double heart. This will go over to this one. Can't see me there though. Now we'll go to the big monster. We'll go to that one. hit it. Of course, might hit it on this one, but I'd rather hit it with a little blade than a big blade. I can't see where you're at here. Yeah, we got one over there. I'm slipping. Got one over there. Can't see it. I can't see a thing in this camera, sorry. That looks pretty good. Well, I'm done for today. And if I wasn't moving the camera around, I probably could have got all these cut up in a half hour or less. But moving the camera around, as you guys know that do the videos, that chews up a lot more time. So let's say I'm gonna give this a half hour. So now I'm up to, I forget what I said in the last film on how much time I got in it, and try to figure out its value, because I'm gonna have to pre-split all this. Now, woo, Fat Boy's out of breath. Actually, it's pretty warm out here today. Probably talking too loud because I got earmuffs on. Now I got the earmuffs off, that off. And I know I didn't have my safety pajamas on. This is pretty level, and I feel pretty comfortable here. Of course, that's when you get feeling comfortable, that's when accidents happen. But the I have so much problem with the safety pajamas and mobility that I fall more with them on than I do without them. So depending on the area, I try to keep this area fairly clean so the footing is good. Now the footing was a little slippery till I got this sawdust in here, and now that it's, you know, started, this won't get cleaned up probably till next spring sometime. So because I bring logs in here, they all get cut in this area, so this kind of mess stays here. Then I pick them up and take them over to the splitter, which is in a fixed location. So if you're new here, you don't know that, now you do. This is some rubble left over and a bunch of turtles and stuff left over. The turtles are the knots that you cut off, because I like nice straight wood, whether I'm on the sawmill or whether I'm back here. This was a great big pile. We've been burning up there at the bonfire just about every night. You can still see the water here. Oh, I forgot to cut these up. I'm gonna pick these up because I don't saw these over here, and I'll take them over there later, because I like, well, these are too big for me to handle. I imagine a chunk of this is probably 70 pounds. That one's not. This one here's over 1 foot in diameter. So walking over here for something, and I don't remember what for. Oh, I know what I was going. Those big chunks, I can't pick them up, can't do anything with them. So what I will do is I will quarter them with this. So if you want to see this splitter working, now I'm not a good splitter operator. Okay, I'm slow. This is a big beast. This is inch steel here, inch steel there. This is some stuff I had left over from another job, and we put it together years ago. This is heavy duty channel. This is not the standard weight channel. That's heavy channel. This is the front nose of this is made out of railroad track, and there's videos of making this, I think, back a long time ago. It's been quite a few years ago that we made this. So that's what that is. And I'll bust them down in half over here, or in the quarters, and put them in that pile there. That was another load of big ones. Anyhow, if you want to see that, I can't move around in here. This is too wet to move the Bobcat around in here. I just tear it up. So there's no point in there. I knew I could saw this and not tear it up. So I think from this point here, I think I'm gonna go work on the sawmill. I've changed it down. I guess while you're here, everybody likes long movies. I don't know, good or bad or whatever. Long movies, if they're edited good, are good movies. Guess what? I don't edit. Don't know how yet. I would like to. I have run a couple boards through this thing and tried it out. What I'm going to do in this section here, this is already, look at all that water over there. I guess we did get some rain from that hurricane. Look at the puddles of water down there. Oh, crap. What a mess to clean up. Anyhow, what I'm going to do is these come up like this. So I'm going to figure out this angle here and make a bracket that does the same thing here. I'll probably make it come all the way back here, or maybe, I don't know, a hole here, a hole here. Seems like it could wobble a little bit, but if I get it back here, it won't have any place to wobble. So I think I'll make it come just underneath the rollers, come through here, and then come out here with an angle like that, and then put a little flat on it. So that's kind of maybe a little bit stronger, but the only problem I don't like about that is when you walk through here, you're going to hit it. So that's, you're not supposed to walk through there anyway. But anyhow, hit the like button, subscribe button, and we're getting close to running this beast. I've got a log on the deck. I thought I was already going to have one on the deck. The pumpkin's in waiting. So anyhow, and I guess everybody on YouTube is waiting for this thing to go. So I'm glad you came along. Watch me cut up a couple little sticks of wood. I guess that's kindling. I don't know. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, hit the bell button, and that'll let you know when I put the next video on. Bye-bye.